Hey guys, Effectral here with another episode of How to Kinda Be a Pro at Evolve. And finally, I unlocked the Wraith, so I'll be able to show you guys how exactly I play the Wraith and what I think of it. So far, the Wraith is a pretty cool class. It's kind of like the stealth class for Evolve. The first two monsters were pretty tanky, the Goliath being the most, and then the Kraken being the second most tanky. The Wraith adds kind of a different playstyle anyway, with it being more of the rogue monster for the game, since it has lower armor and lower health. But to make up for that, it has a lot of tricks that you need to use if you want to win. So I'm going to show you guys some footage again and go over some tips on how I played the Wraith and what my experience was with it. And I really did enjoy it because using tricks and the stealth, it was a lot of fun. It's really hard for people to find you that way. So basically, I'm going to go over the basic tips, basic monster tips again. That way, anybody who hasn't seen the other videos, I'll show you how to play just the monster and Evolve in general. Then all of its abilities. So the first ability is Warp Blast. The Warp Blast does AoE damage. This is kind of your main ability to do group damage when all the hunters are stacked up together. This is what you want to do to blow them up. It'll teleport you forward and unleash a huge explosion. Not necessarily a huge explosion, but an explosion nonetheless. And it's usually pretty good for taking out wildlife, like when they're grouped up. So you need to, if you want to kill a whole bunch of them in a group to get a lot more food and whatnot really quickly, that's the way to do it, is with the Warp Blast. And it's also good for covering distances. Now this is something that a lot of people don't know how to use this way as well. If you use Warp Blast, like if you point it up in the air or something, it'll teleport you that distance. So it's basically like a fourth like jump, or whenever you press A on your controller or something, it's basically like that. So it gives you a lot more mobility just to have Warp Blast. The second ability is Abduction. This is a pretty cool ability. It's kind of iconic for the Wraith, basically. So what it does is it'll grab whichever enemy you're targeting. It'll bring them back to where you were when you first activated the ability. It's really good for like hit and run type things. Like if one hunter gets a little bit away from the group, you can grab the hunter, do a little bit of damage, and then run once the rest of the team gets pretty close. It's also helpful for keeping hunters separated as well. It's best to use it when someone is being a lone wolf or for people who are lagging behind. It's also a really good ability for you to use with as a combo with other abilities like Supernova and Decoy. And I'll tell you guys later on how to use them exactly with those abilities. So your third ability is Decoy. This is also one of my favorite ones too. I really like this one. This is a really good survival skill, and it's kind of like imperative that you get that like initially if you're playing hunt mode. Make that like your number one ability. Basically what it does, it makes a copy of yourself that fights for a short time, and it puts you in stealth. So the copy actually does do damage. It's not just a decoy. It also does damage for you while you go invisible and either run away or set up a trap for the other hunters. So you always want to use it when you need to escape a losing battle or whenever you've been spotted by other hunters while you're running from them. It's also useful in offensive situations to help abduct somebody, like I said earlier, or to use it, like, since you'll go in stealth, you can press B to crouch down and get a pounce attack on somebody, so that'll do a lot of damage. And you can also just use it to trick hunters when you're in the middle of a battle. So if you like run behind a wall really quickly, you can use this decoy, and then they'll think that that's actually you, but then it'll give you a chance to either run away, get some extra armor, or sneak up behind them again and just blow them up. And your fourth ability is Supernova. Sounds really cool, but it's not like a huge explosion or anything, which is kind of disappointing, but it's still a really powerful ability. So basically what it does is it marks an area that increases your attack speed and damage for a short time. So you're going to want to stay in the area that you marked the Supernova for, because if you lose that area, or move away from that area, you're going to lose that buff. So, but that's where abduction also comes in handy as well. So if somebody runs out of the area while you're fighting them inside of it, you can use the abduction to bring them right back there. So basically, this is really useful offensively or defensively, because when you're trapped, it can help you tear up a hunter or something really fast, because, like I said, it increases your attack speed and damage really quickly. or really high. And so when that happens, well, one hunter by themselves that's not able to escape is going to get ripped to shreds. So this is why the Wraith is a powerhouse in that sense. It's the reason why he doesn't have that much armor. It's because he is able to dish out so much damage in a short amount of time and avoid a lot of stuff really quickly that it's just, yeah, it's impressive. So, alright guys, so that's it for my tips and tricks. I'm just going to leave the rest of the video here for you guys to watch as I tear apart these hunters as the Wraith. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. So, and if you did, please subscribe, give me a couple likes, thumbs up, always helps, and I'll see you guys next time.